Hey guys, it's Tisa here, and I'm probably looking at the wrong place on my camera because I don't do these face-to-faces ever, but I was tagged by Crystal Barrett of Pineapple Papers to join in on Christy's Beautiful Life tag, and we have a list of 10 questions for you to be able to get to know a little bit about us. And so I'll just get started. First question is, what brought you to scrapbooking? And that's the easy one for me because for my wedding, I'll just show you real quick. 23 years ago, my sister-in-law made this scrapbook for me and my husband, and I fell in love with it. And literally, we got back from our honeymoon and I looked up a creative memories consultant and got started. So that is where I started, and I'm so thankful for her for gifting that to me and opening me up to this amazing hobby and passion. Okay, besides your immediate family, what do you like to scrap most about? Example, vacations, nature, your obsession with coffee. I don't drink coffee. It's so horrible, but I do drink chai tea. So I don't scrap about that much. But what I would say I scrap about, I guess I'm going to consider dogs as part of my family. But I do also do a traveler's notebook of current events that I enjoy. Yeah, you know, we just went through Hurricane Florence here in North Carolina. The royal wedding I scrapbooked about, just kind of big events that have happened across the world, so that, you know, my kids or grandkids one day can look back and see those things. And I just do that in a traveler's notebook. I don't always have my own photos, but I just print photos from offline and tell the story. I also obviously do vacations and stuff like that too. Not a big food scrapbooker, I guess, because I'm not really a foodie. I'm too picky. I don't like anything. So are you a buy it all or use your stash type of scrapbooker? Well, this is crazy, but I love to use my stash. I have a ton of it. I rarely ever go and buy a whole collection. It's just not how I scrapbook. So I will buy bits and pieces. You know, I'm buying, I haven't bought anything from an actual online scrapbook store in years. I usually buy from Secret Kit Club and have Christina put together a kit for me, or I shop at Tuesday Morning or Hobby Lobby, those places. But believe me, I've got a ton. It's not that I don't buy collections, but I've noticed in a lot of people's videos, this is really a common thing, that you are more apt to use your new products once they're a little bit older. And I think I'm the same way. And I'm one, if I can just pick up some embellishments at Tuesday Morning, even if I don't have paper, I will put together my own kit with papers from my stash. So I really love mixing collections. I do use all one collection on one page, but I prefer to mix collections on a layout. So I guess I'm probably more of a stash user. I don't go out and buy full collections. What do you need to be in your perfect scrappy mood? Example, wine, your favorite binge-worthy show, or is it silence? My perfect scrappy mood would be at a crop with friends. But from home, I love to FaceTime with my scrappy bestie, Jen. She lives about 2.5 hours from me, and we often get together even during the week, even if it's for 15 minutes, and we play and scrap together. That's my favorite thing to do if I don't have a friend to scrapbook with. But if I'm alone, I typically will put on either a Netflix show or YouTube videos and just listen to them in the background, or sometimes music. Rarely do I do it in pure silence. I usually have something on in the background. Okay. 5, are you more of a literal scrapper, or can a random embellishment be on your page just because it's cute? I have always been a literal scrapper, but even to the point where I would not put flowers on my little boys' pages and stuff like that. But as you know, I've kind of finally got my style. I am starting to use a few random embellishments based on color. So if it works with the color and kind of the feel of the layout, I will use a random embellishment, but typically I'm probably more of a literal scrapper for sure. But I do use florals on my boys' pages now, so I'm happy about that, because it's hard to find boys' collections, and especially teenage college boys. I guess when it comes to scrapping too literal, I don't want it too literal. Like if I'm scrapping about a photo of my son on a horse, I don't want a horse on a page necessarily, but I want the feel of the papers and the embellishments to feel like maybe ranch-like or outdoorsy or something of that nature. I most likely would not put flowers on a horse page. I don't think. We'll see. Okay, let's see. How many pages do you try to scrap in a certain amount of time? Example, in a month, I try to do 10, or at a crop, I try to do 16. I do not give myself any type of scrappy goals in terms of number of layouts. I am an emotional scrapper, so I'm not a task-driven scrapper. I scrap the pictures I feel like scrapping at the time, or when I feel like scrapping. So I don't put that pressure on myself for the number of pages. I do this for myself. I do want to tell the stories, and I do want to have, you know, layouts completed for my children. But to be honest, I've been scrapbooking for 23 years, so I probably have about 30 plus finished albums. And because I started scrapping before my children were born, I am pretty caught up to date with my scrapbooking. So I don't put pressure on myself for like I have to get all of these done or anything like that. I just do what I feel like doing, because I'm an emotional scrapper. I've learned in therapy, I'm an emotionally driven person. So a list isn't going to motivate me to get things done. I will get it done, but I will get it done when I feel like it. Probably not something my husband enjoys. But okay, on to this. Favorite collection from 2018. Oh, I thought about this one, and I think I'm gonna say one of them is the Pink Paisley, no, not Pink Paisley, Pink Fresh Studio, and it was kind of an outdoors, mountainy, here it is. Nope, that's not it. Oh shoot, what is the name of that collection? Here it is, sorry. Pink Fresh, Escape the Ordinary. Loved that collection so much. I loved the colors. If you're not familiar with it, these are some of the colors. I love the colors, the tones of the colors. I'm not really a fan of bright, what's that? Primary color papers. And then I'm not a pastel fan either. I kind of an in between. So I love that collection. That would probably be one of my favorites. I actually really loved Paige Evans' Whimsical collection as well. But you know what? I don't know if that one from Pink Fresh is even 2018. So I might have just given you a wrong answer. But I really liked Whimsical as well. I felt like I could use that collection even scrapbooking boys and everyday like photos and memories. So I really liked that one as well. There might have been a couple other ones too, but I really love Pink Fresh. They seem to be one of my favorite companies. I mean, I love Crepe Paper and I love Pink Paisley and Paige Evans too, but for scrapbooking boys, I find that Pink Fresh often has lines that work really well for me. What is one scrappy technique that you never or rarely tried that you wish you were good at? This is a really hard one. I'm gonna say I try it all. I try almost everything. I stitch on my layouts. I sew on my layouts with my sewing machine. I use modeling paste and stencils. I do a lot of stuff with distress oxides. But I just want to be better at the packaging technique. It seems so simple. Missy Winnan makes it look so simple, but I have the hardest time. I will do it and then I don't like it, and then I add to it and I don't like it, and then I put it aside. I do eventually use them, my backgrounds, but it seems like it takes me quite a while to complete a layout with packaging techniques. Sometimes I am lucky and I just put it on there and I love it, but it is not because of skill, it's because of luck. So I don't know that there's any techniques that I haven't tried, unless there's techniques I don't know about, which that could be for sure. But I want to get better at packaging technique and that sort of thing. What color combo do you wish to see more of? Navies, grays, greens, yellows, but not primary, like muted, like mustard yellow, and I don't even know what the color green, but I would know it if I saw it. I would love to see those types of colors together. You know, you can throw pink in there, but everything now is pink and purple, and I struggle with that. Moms of boys, when everything's pink and purple, it's very difficult. I tend to be, because of that, very much of a B-side scrapper, because I do scrap boys. I do use all of those collections like Whimsical and Crepe Paper, Maggie Holmes, but I tend to use B-sides because they're not as like full of florals and stuff like that. So, are you at all worried our hobby is fading out? Any ideas to help keep from being so? No, I'm not worried. I think the online community is going to keep it going. I think it's going to change. I think it's going to be where it once was, this is scrapbooking and this is something else. I think it's going to become more of an art than scrapbooking. And I think, you know, as we keep adding mixed media and other techniques to scrapbooking, I think that's going to just help merge it in with the whole art category. So I really don't feel like it's ever going to go away. I'm really not worried. I mean, it's not going to go away for me. I have enough stash that I could probably scrapbook for the next 50 years, even if they never came out with another product. So for me, it's not going away. Anyway, but this was super fun. This was my first face-to-face, my first scrappy type chat, I guess. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope if you're new to my channel, you will subscribe and come back and see what my style is, and you know, what I do as far as scrapbooking. I love this community. I loved meeting all the people in it, and this is just another way to be able to do that. So thank you, Christy, for putting this together. Thank you, Crystal, for tagging me. And I've been thinking about this morning. Who should I tag? I feel like a lot of the people I watch I've seen. I haven't seen Kelly Barron, and I would love to see her. I know she's super busy, and she's so sweet. I got to meet her in person, so I would love to see her answers to this question. I would love to see Kat Martin. I know she was tagged, I think, by Crystal, but I haven't seen a video yet. I know she's also really busy too. Aren't we all? We just try to fit it in, right? I'm trying to think who else. Oh, anyway, if you have not put out a video yet and you've not been tagged, it does not mean no one wants to see your video. It means they're like me, and they're sitting here trying to think of names and can't think of anything. So if you have not done a video yet, please do it. We would love to see what you, just get your answers for this and get to know you a little bit better. And yeah, anyway, thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you all have an awesome Tuesday. Bye.